Welcome back, Focus Learners. Let's jump straight into today's explainer because we are tackling a mystery that honestly haunts almost all of us: why our bank balances never actually seem to grow. If you've ever felt like your hard earned money just vanishes into thin air every single month, despite all your best efforts, well, you're in exactly the right place. We're going to break down this paycheck cycle, expose the hidden forces keeping you stuck, and figure out how to finally turn things around. It's such a simple question, yet it hits right in the gut, doesn't it? Where did all my money go? Seriously, have you ever opened up your banking app just a few days after payday, stared at that dwindling number, and genuinely wondered how it happened so fast? It's this universally painful experience. For one brief, shining moment when that salary hits your account, you feel rich. You feel completely secure, but then, almost immediately, reality sets in. I mean, you work incredibly hard. You wake up early, you put in your 8 to 10 hours a day, and you rightfully earn that paycheck. But almost instantly, your money starts dreaming into all these common buckets. You've got your utility bills, your EMIs, food, and of course, the absolute temptation of online shopping. Then add in the subscriptions you might barely even use, fuel costs, weekend entertainment, and those dreaded unexpected expenses. Slowly but surely, the account just empties out, and you find yourself doing nothing but waiting for the next salary. Month after month, year after year, the whole cycle just repeats. And the really scary part, most people believe this is just how life is supposed to be. But the truth is, your bank balance doesn't stay low because you don't earn enough. It stays low because money is silently escaping without your permission. Section 1. The salary illusion. Earning more versus having more. Okay, let's dive into this because we really need to expose the widespread myth that simply getting a higher salary will magically fix all of our financial problems. Take Rahul, for example. He earns 40,000 rupees a month. Meanwhile, Amit brings in 1,20,000 rupees a month. That's literally 3 times as much. Now, the natural, logical assumption here is that Amit is significantly wealthier and just far more financially secure. But as we're seeing, there is a massive difference between what you earn and what you actually possess. Income alone simply does not create wealth. Fast forward 5 years, and the reality is actually shocking. Rahul, despite earning way less, has built up solid investments, maintains a super healthy emergency savings fund, and carries absolutely zero debt. Amit, on the other hand, with his massive salary, well, he has a cool collection of expensive gadgets, some nice memories of luxury vacations, and huge credit card bills weighing him down. So who is actually richer here? It surprises most people, but the truth is staring right at us. Money isn't what you earn, it is what you keep. Because ultimately, it's your behavior that dictates your wealth, not just the size of your paycheck. Section 2. How wealthy people save first. The order of operations. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how it highlights the exact trap most of us fall into, which prevents us from saving like the wealthy do. It's called lifestyle inflation. Think about it. You get a promotion, right? And the very next week, you feel like you deserve an upgrade. You buy a fancy new phone. Then maybe you upgrade your bike. Your clothes get a little bit nicer, your restaurant choices get a bit pricier, and your vacations get a bit more luxurious. Before you even realize it, your new lifestyle quietly consumes your entirely new income. Your expenses have risen to perfectly match your salary increase, meaning your actual wealth hasn't grown at all. But wealthy people, they absolutely do not increase every single expense just because their income went up. Let's move to and see how this builds, because the wealthy use a completely different blueprint to save first. Step 1 is the income arriving, same as everyone else, but pay really close attention to steps 2 and 3. Investments and savings. They fund their future first. Only after they have paid their future selves do they move to step 4, which is lifestyle. They completely literally invert the standard formula. Instead of spending first and hoping to save whatever happens to be left over, which, let's be real, is usually nothing, they save and invest first and intentionally build their lifestyle strictly around whatever remains. Section 3. Stopping silent money leaks. The leaky bucket problem. And this brilliantly illustrates why it is so incredibly hard for most people to execute those saving steps. Imagine trying to fill a bucket with water, but it's got 10 tiny holes poked in the bottom. No matter how much water you pour in at the top, the bucket never truly fills up. Your bank account works exactly the same way. Just look at this breakdown. 25% slowly bleeding out on food delivery, another 25% on casual, late-night online shopping, 20% on your daily coffee and snacks, another 20% on streaming subscriptions you might not even have the time to watch, and 10% on minor app purchases and convenience fees. Individually, spending a little bit here and there seems totally harmless, right? But together, they are catastrophic. You don't usually go broke from one giant, terrible purchase. You go broke from hundreds of invisible, tiny, seemingly harmless daily transactions that just quietly destroy your potential savings. Which is exactly why I want to issue a direct challenge to you right now. I call it the 30-day tracking challenge. For the next 30 days, I want you to track every single rupee you spend. Seriously, I mean it. Every single cup of tea, every afternoon snack, every late-night online order, every random convenience fee. Write it down in a notebook or just log it in a free app on your phone. If you do this, I promise you, you will discover spending habits you never even noticed before. Because pure awareness is always the very first, mandatory step toward financial freedom. So the crucial point is this one ultimate filter the wealthy use before buying anything significant. They ask themselves, will this purchase improve my future or only impress other people? By simply pausing to ask this one powerful question, you can protect your wealth from the trap of lifestyle inflation and literally save lakhs of rupees over your lifetime. It forces you to prioritize your own actual financial security over the fleeting feeling of social status. Which leaves us with this final, vital question to ponder. What invisible spending habits will you discover when you start tracking your money today? I guarantee you're going to find leaks in your bucket that you didn't even know existed. But honestly, that is the exciting part. Finding those leaks means you finally have the power to plug them. It is time to step out of that exhausting paycheck-to-paycheck cycle, invert your spending habits so you can truly save first and finally watch that bank balance grow. Start tracking today, take control, and I promise you, your future self will thank you. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep learning, and I'll catch you on the next one.